Hey, it's Eric here at Peachtree Classic Cars with this beautiful barn find 1942 Chevrolet pickup truck. And I'm going to take it for a quick drive. A great driving little truck. Got lots of power. I mean, the engine runs super strong. I think somebody restored this truck years and years ago, and then it got parked in the barn. We pulled it out of the barn and rebuilt the carburetors, you know, fresh gas tune-up, and a whole new brake job, all four wheels and master cylinder. So we wanted it to be nice and drivable. And man, it just drives awesome. That's me messing with the gears. They don't have synchronizers back then, so it doesn't want you to downshift. It steers super easy. And this is an all original, you know, matching numbers, old truck. Let's see if I can get the second gear. There we go. I mean, it's so drivable. So I always find it to be like a miracle. Sometimes being able to pull these old vehicles out and what minimal work, I mean, they're just so reliable, what minimal work they can take to get them back, you know, on the road. Hold the e-brake there. Great running little engine, and I didn't want to, you know, mess around with the originality. I left it alone. It doesn't have like a perfect engine detail or anything. Great. I mean, this is a super like rust-free find. It's got, actually it's weird because the only spot of rust on the whole truck that we found was right here on the window. It's like the water got trapped in there, and that was like seriously it. We'll go looking at the rest of the truck, of course, here in a second. While it's still running, I wanted to come to the other side and let you hear see the engine on the other side. And like I said, I thought about, you know, doing this perfect engine detail and stuff, and I said, you know, I really want to leave it like the barn find that it is. Shut it off here. So we put a and it does have the foot pedal there. I was just with these little aftermarket covers, and I say aftermarket, those were like dealer installed back in the day. I was having a hard time stepping on the brake and it being so close to the gas pedal that I felt like I was slamming. If I pushed the brake all the way, it was actually starting to push the accelerator at the same time. So I pulled it off real quick when we did this video. Man, I'm just continue to fall in love with these old trucks, and nothing gets me like a pre-war vehicles. So really rare to be able to find. We just washed it, so it's got a little water still left dripping in there, but super straight body. And I don't think this is the original paint. I think somebody's restored this a while back, but like I said, we pulled it from a barn. And actually the guy who pulled it out of the barn cleaned it up and everything, so it was, you know, probably dusty, but we got it out, and it actually retains a pretty nice shine. I'd say this is a 20-footer, you know, definitely driver quality truck as far as paint is concerned. And if I was going to keep this truck, I would not repaint it. I think it looks like an old farm truck, and I would leave it alone with its little scratches and imperfections. But I don't see any major dings or dents or anything like that. The bed is very straight, tailgate's really straight. I mean, there's a couple spots, there's a little dent there, but when I mean by majors, I mean this body is just very straight. I mean, teardrop rear fenders, I mean, super straight. There's a little nick on the paint right there, and maybe I might, like I say, I always like to say, hey, if I was going to keep it, this is what I would do. I might take it to my buddy who's a painter and really great painter, and do like a little touch-ups, little spots. And it can be a little bit difficult sometimes, but some single stage. There's a little spot right there, and maybe fix that window. That's one thing I would do. Other than that, I would just drive this truck. The lights work. It's got brand new brakes. Like I said, all the way on 4 wheels, which was quite expensive actually. We completely redid the brakes, 100% all new, hardware and everything. The inside is awesome. Doors open and close nice. Windows roll up and down. Now the only thing that's missing is, so this crank here is disconnected, and that's not uncommon. They make the repair kits for them, but I didn't want to do that. So right now this is actually, it's functional. It pushes in and out just like it's supposed to, but it's not connected. So that would be one thing. And then this original glass, yeah, it's got that crack there. It's got a little crack over here in the corner. If I was farm trucking this truck, then I would probably leave the glass alone because it's not obstructing the driver's view. But the nice thing is these pieces of glass, they only cost about $35–40 a piece. So old headliner. I don't think the light comes on. Oh, it does have a horn. Sorry, girls. The horn got hooked up to this button here, so the original horn button is not working. This leather like vinyl seat upholstery is in great shape, no rips or tears. It's very comfortable to sit on as well, and it's got some old wood back here in the back. It's got just great patina to it. You can see the poly kind of peeling on it, which actually gives it a really cool like old oak. It almost reminds me of an old whiskey barrel kind of a look. So again, if it was my truck, I'd probably leave it alone. If you wanted it to look perfect, you hit this with a sander or a planer, put a fresh coat of poly on it. The wood is 100% solid. There's no rotten spots or anything. The tires are old bias ply tires. They've got cracks on them. Again, if you're farm trucking this truck, drive it with these tires. If you're going to be using it as a regular, drive around town pretty often truck, it could probably use some new tires, but they're holding air great. They'll of course wobble just a touch because they've been sitting up. They have excellent tread on them. And so, like I said, for me to have this truck around my farm, I wouldn't even think about putting new tires on and just drive them until I need to replace them. But if I was going to be driving back and forth to Home Depot a lot, I'd probably put some white walls on it. I think white walls would really make this truck pop. But I'm also a big white wall fan. So as we look at the bottom of the truck, places where normally these trucks rust, this truck is solid. Now it looks like somebody did a little patching there, some fat fiberglass at some point. You can tell, not a big deal, but it's there. There's one little spot here in the front. So it's not a rust-free truck, but man, it is solid. So these are the original floor pans. That's the original cab corner. There is no rust. This is a very, very solid truck. I mean, those are all original floor pans. New master cylinder, like I said, with new brake lines. And then like the way the transmission looks, you can tell that at some point not long ago, maybe before it was parked, it was pulled apart. I mean, all that looking new, and it shifts like new. I mean, it just shifts really good. I mean, these are the original floor pans. It's unbelievable. And then the wood in the back in great shape. No rust at all that I see on the frame. And I did not hardcore detail this truck out, so there's like some dirt dauber nests and stuff in here. But I wanted to, leave it like barn find, like how we found it. We pulled it out, rebuilt the carburetor, redid the brakes, put fresh gas in it, put a brand new battery in it, still on the old original 6-volt system. I believe this to be the original engine. That's the only other spot I saw. There's a little bit of rust right there where that spot's got like a little bite taken out of it. A little patch right there of some kind. Who knows how long ago that was done. And then same one little spot here of crack, paint crack there. Cab corners look great. And then again underneath, a little spot here. That's not uncommon. Other than that, very solid. And then that's the floor pans on this side as well. Like I said, brand new battery. Even the original battery, you know, box is pretty good. I mean, a couple of little rust holes in the original box. It's actually kind of miraculous. Usually these have long rusted out. Here's the original cab corner. Again, awesome condition. I'm just blown away by how clean and solid this truck is. Very, very nice. One day I'm going to be getting too old to do this, but you can't do an inspection on the lift and do an inspection driving, and I'd rather see the truck running and driving. So anyways, well, there you have it. It's a 1942 Chevrolet short bed half-ton pickup truck, and it's very beautiful. Perfect time for Christmas too, with the Christmas red. This is gonna make some amazing Christmas pictures if somebody scoops this up quickly. So give us a call. It's PeachtreeClassicCars.com. Our phone number's on there, all the pictures and details, pricing and stuff. PeachtreeClassicCars.com. Look forward to hearing from you.